Hello, everybody. This is Two Birds and a Third, and this is a short 5-minute discussion where we bring you a topic that we were unable to talk about on the podcast and discuss it for about 5 minutes. So, the first topic that I am going to talk about is Aaron Hernandez. Now, I think what happened to him happened almost a week ago. And a lot of people, came out immediately just to get the news on the table, just to be first. I don't actually agree with that. I would rather be last and have all the information that I need than be first and have zero information on anything. Now, we all know Aaron Hernandez. Every real sports fan knows Aaron Hernandez. He was a part of the 2007 to 2009 Florida Gators team, whose head coach was Urban Meyer. I think Urban Meyer was the head coach of the University of Florida from either 2005 to 2009 or 2006 to 2010. Really escapes me. Some really good teams. 2006 Florida Gators won the national title, and so did the 2008 Florida Gators. They beat Oklahoma. And the big issue with the Florida Gators during those times was the fact that the Florida Gators were kind of punks. I think 34 total arrests of players on those teams. And the biggest issue was, Urban Meyer was a good coach, but one thing that he wasn't very good at was getting his players in trouble. He was a real players coach, and he kind of turned his head when his players were doing bad things. Now, his players, the 34 players that got arrested, were, guilty of anything between robbery or burglary and I think sexual battery. That's from what I remember. Now, Aaron Hernandez was drafted by the Patriots in 2010 when he was 20 years old. Played tight end for them for 3 years, from 2010 to 2012, and actually played very well. He actually fit very well into the New England Patriots lineup. They already had Rob Gronkowski, or Gronk, and he ended up going to a Super Bowl with them. I think it was Super Bowl 46 with the Giants, and he was still playing very well in 2012. Now, in 2013, Aaron Hernandez was arrested on allegations that he killed somebody, got rid of a gun, buried the body, and he had his maids clean up his house, and apparently the murder took place in his house. That was in 2013, the summer of 2013. At that point in time, the Patriots cut off all ties with Aaron Hernandez. They got rid of his merchandise. They had fans lining up to trade Aaron Hernandez jerseys with someone else's jersey, and basically cut him off. And I know Patriots fans at the very beginning were like, oh, we don't know what really happened, but he was guilty the whole time. And in 2015, I believe, when he was 25 years old, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, or maybe the possibility of parole, but nobody even considered the fact that he would ever be paroled. And then recently, he was charged with a double murder, I believe, or a double homicide, and he was innocent in a court of law. And that's when I thought that we wouldn't hear that much about Aaron Hernandez anymore. He was kind of a scumbag. He was kind of a scummy dude. We all read his letters and stuff like that he was sending women, that he was innocent. But, we really didn't hear much from like 2015 to 2017. And I thought that that's how it was going to be until I woke up the next morning, read my phone, and I saw that Aaron Hernandez had committed suicide. Hung himself, allegedly. At the beginning, I thought that this was just, a hoax maybe. Someone set this all up, and then prisoners or guards killed him, or it was a setup. And I really felt that way for a few days until you found out that this wasn't really a conspiracy theory, or most likely not a conspiracy theory, because, he wrote suicide letters, or what seemed like suicide letters. I mean, his lawyer was saying that he didn't kill himself, but that's lawyer speech. You should never believe a defense attorney. But he hung himself, and he either did or he didn't leave money for his family. I think hanging himself either did or didn't allow the Patriots to give money to his family, but of course he's got to pay his attorneys and stuff like that. A lot of people saw a different side of Aaron Hernandez days before he died, a kind of lighter individual. A lot of people were making fun of the situation. A lot of people were making jokes about the guy killing himself. In my honest opinion, it doesn't really matter to me. He killed himself. It's fine. I'm not going to joke about the guy dying because it's just disrespectful. I know Aaron Hernandez probably deserves a lot of the disrespect, but it's just, to me, it's just a little bit disturbing. It's just a little bit disgusting to kind of shoot pot shots at someone who's already dead. Like, I guess a day the guy dies, I mean, it's okay. But like after that, it's just like, get over it. Just try to talk about something new. Aaron Hernandez will go down as the guy who, was made an example of by the justice system. We've had NFL players be kind of convicted and be put in prison. Whether you believe or you don't believe that Ray Lewis stabbed the guy and had a fall guy, or when Michael Vick had a dog fighting ring in his house in, I believe, Virginia, and Dante Stallworth eventually got drunk and ran a guy over. Those three still had careers after the crimes they either committed or didn't commit it. And Vic and Stallworth both went to prison. It's really Aaron Hernandez who, it's just a tragic story of a guy who was at the top of his game just a year before he was found guilty of killing somebody. And it's just a lesson to everybody that you're not safe. Just because you're a high-profile individual doesn't mean you're always 100% safe. Now, there could have been a situation where Aaron Hernandez had a fall guy, but that never really panned out. So I know this went over a bit too long, a bit longer than 5 minutes, but this was a short discussion, two birds and a third short discussion. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I will be back later for more content.